Welcome back to another Rockford CCG Street Fighter vs. Darkstalkers deck profile series video. Today we are doing Chun-Li off of good. I primarily went with the good symbol just because of her synergy with Cannon Crack and Nutcracker and her own attacks. Also, she gets How You Like Them apples, so it gives you a little bit of card draw. And it's able to kind of generate momentum snap-wise with her ability itself for once per turn. Plus good has a lot of strong foundations and attacks at the same time that will synergize with Chun-Li some. So let's get into it. Chun-Li, she's 627. E, commit one foundation. Your punch, kick, or fury attack gets +3 speed. You may add it to your stationary face down during the end phase. E, once per turn, add one face down foundation to your momentum. This attack gets +2 or -2 damage. So primarily building off of good, like I said earlier, just because of the way she synergizes with some of the pieces in the deck. So let's get into foundations. Voices in the Dark, momentum hate. Also, you're able to flip other foundations, including this one, but you're able to flip a foundation and get -1 damage, so some damage redux. But with her ability, her bottom ability, once per turn, you can flip one of a face down into your momentum. You can generate momentum to get +2 or -2. So you could go -3 damage in a roundabout way. Most of the time, you're going to be using this card for the momentum hate, or being able to get attacks back into your own deck. But then this also can become momentum later on because it flips itself. Police Connections, it's a good block, 6 check. It's Spider's Protection. Basically, if you run these symbols, you're probably going to run some number of these, I believe, just because on the off, it's just a good card overall. Built for Speed, another 6 check. Helps you stay out of deadlock if that's a thing. Also gets you 1 speed. And it's not an enhance, so you could do it on a response, and then let's say like Fusion Soul Fist. You have the momentum, you're able to just pop it right away instead of possibly having your opponent minus your speed. Pursuing a Vendetta, card can't leave due to your opponent's effects. Jetta is a big deal now, so this gives you some Jetta protection in the long run. You flip it to get a foundation into your staging area from your discard pile committed. So this flips, so you could end up using it for Chun-Li's ability. There are 1 or 2 foundations that are used, playable committed. Sense of Morals comes to mind. I think that may be the only one, to be honest with you. Let's check on Likely Allies real quick. Yep, that's definitely just Sense of Morals. So, but you're able to get something and then possibly flip it with Voices in the Dark to get momentum. You can just get some value out of that, or blow it up with Built for Speed. 4 unpredictable movement. Speed hate. Can't fault a girl for wanting speed hate in her deck. Just because speed's the name of the game now, with Chun-Li, with Morgan, with Lilith. With Akuma even, and Gil, speed hates can be a premium. Unlikely Allies, it is maybe one of the best answers to a reversal or a responsibility on a card. It's fantastic. Flip one other one after your opponent plays a responsibility on an attack card, you cancel it. So they try to reversal you, they're fucked. They try to do any other type of shenanigan R's, it's canceled. Also, it gives you, for 5+, it gives you speed, and since you are running Fury attacks, you get 1 damage on your Fury attacks. Which, overlook at it, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Furies overall. So that actually covers the majority of our attack base. Reunion Across Dimensions, it commits a face down for either +2 or -1 damage. Also, if it's just card draw in a pinch, if your opponent kind of negs your damage, you can draw cards, or if you damage redux your opponent's cards, you get to draw a card. Third deck in a row for this series that has run. I promise, guys, eventually we'll get to a deck that can't run Confronting Jedha. Again, Confronting Jedha with Chun-Li, it's a no-brainer. With her own ability, it's 3 damage. You have some EX on some cards. Cannon Crack gives it, if your opponent's in deadlock, it's +4/+4. So then it's +4 again. But yeah, this card, I can't sing its praises enough. Sense of Morals, it's a great card. Spam, stun hate, committal hate. As long as it's your foundations, assets and characters don't count. So moving on. Overly Dramatic. One of the meta answers from Cowboy Bebop. This card stops stuff that shouldn't stop stuff. Again, the deadlock effect is just ridiculous. More speed hate, cool and focus, multiple hate for the most part, honestly. And then if you happen to build it and people are stacking the top card of the deck, like Takeda, I guess, and then like how Liu Kang used to, you just make them discard it. Way of the True Warrior, keywords are everywhere, kids, and this is one of the best answers to it. It makes them lose the keyword for the entire turn. Stops combos, stops stun. It's fantastic. Definitely a 2 of. Got more on the sideboard, obviously. Good and Evil. Non-character card response hate. She can get her own snap momentum, so she could set this up a lot easier than a lot of other characters. She doesn't have to run like Fatality or another type of momentum gen. She is the momentum gen. Another card I'm not sure yet, the Forbidden Technique. After you play it, you can ready it face down, so if you use a face down pass check, it readies it. E-flip, so it flips itself for her ability, and then you can add the top card of your stationary. So it's just the quick build card. Refusing to Let Go, damage pump and speed and damage reset. Best known to use on multiples to make them those hot, spicy -2 damages. I needed some low blocks in the deck, so I went with a couple of Folktale Storyteller. It builds itself so it can get around Breaker a bit, and it has a low block. So, and then if you choose to, you can always use it to shuffle cards in, I guess, if you really want to. Armor Expert, keeps you out of deadlock, gives you some card draw if you eat an attack. It's kind of dangerous to eat attacks nowadays, but if you end up like eating a poke, you can draw a card. Never Stumbles. It's really good. It hits a lot of things. It stops Faye, stops Punch and Judy. Would stop, I believe. No, because it's cost. So it would not stop that. It would stop it from getting +2 or -2 damage, but you still get the momentum because the momentum's cost. So, but yeah, that will be that. So, still not sure if 1 or 2 is the appropriate number of this card. I think 1 may be. We are running a 65 card deck, so I think 1's fine. Running 2, How You Like Them Apples. Card draw synergizes with Chun-Li. She likes to flip face downs into momentum, so it's just a value card. Granted that you do take 1 damage when it comes down, but it comes down committed, then you flip it up into your momentum, so you can use it for your effects. Eighth Year Leg. This card, when I first saw it, I was super excited for this, and it's really only good in Chun-Li if you can't get snap momentum. Like if you are able to do like Fatality into it, but you can't just slap an 8th year leg down and then just use the effect. So Chun-Li can, if you're able to get a face down or flip something, then you're able just to get it right away on the same enhanced step, which you build top 2 cards. So basically, it's kind of just if you check a 3, commit 2, you build 2, it paid for itself. Leaping Elbow Smash. I like this card a lot because you're able to ready 2 face downs. So if you happen to check bad, you can ready 2 cards. Also, you can flip. It gives you not an ability to flip a foundation. So if it's blocked, you discard it from your card pool. But it's not. So if you block it, I believe it doesn't go to the damage step because it doesn't say after it resolves. So it just immediately would clear. Astral Vision, she can get the 4 damage on this super easy. She all just does commit a foundation. Just gives her something, another weapon. She just can pump. She needs damage. The only real damage pump she has outside of attacks is confronting Jeddah and unlikely allies. And I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything. I'm refusing to let go, kinda. Yeah. Those are the 2 big ones, are unlikely allies and confronting Jeddah. So this gives you some extra oomph when kicking people in the face. 2 Fusion Soul Fist. Like I said in the Morgan video, this is basically Chun-Li's ultra rare. It just, they didn't have room, so they moved it onto Morgan's. Again, she can use it early game. She can use it on turn 1. If you get it turn 2, you drop it, and you're able to get that momentum, you can draw 2, gain 2, and then continue your turn. It becomes a 9 mid for 7 if you have confronting Jeddah or unlikely allies. It just scales up. We got 4 Nutcracker. This is maybe one of the best cards in Mortal Kombat. It's definitely generically awesome. I guess that's the term. You can card draw, you get extra damage. Chun-Li can chuck 3 speed onto it because it is a punch. You got some breaker. But yeah, this card is just crazy in her. It's a 7 low for 8, which is pretty good. Card draw, it's good. Cannon Crack. This turns her into Metal Man for a turn. You could discard a card to pick up a face down. So if you say you built that Nutcracker or you built that Astral Vision and you need to finish off your opponent, you just pitch a foundation from your hand, pick up an attack, play it, and kill them. If they're in deadlock, which, God, I hope against a good deck that no one goes into deadlock because it's basically murder, it becomes an 11 high for 8, which is pretty good. And then 1 copy of Dark Chirito. Reading Martin McMahon's Reddit post, shoutouts. This, he kind of sold me on it. Same thing with talking to Rob at the Guile treatment on the 18th of December. Definitely sold me on this card because if you're able to build momentum on your opponent's turn, then you play this, build momentum, then you can multiple 2 it out. It's 18 damage. It's just fantastic. So you just want to be careful because it's 6 diff along with Fusion Soul Fist, so that's why I'm only running 2 Fusion Soul Fist. I did have 3 in there, but I took 1 out for Dark Chirito to see how it plays. I'm pretty sure I'm going to like it because it's just a massive, awesome attack. Sideboard. Sideboard's going to change a bit. I think I need to add some stops into the deck, so I may just add 1 or 2 main board, go to 67 cards. We got 2 Bebop Blues, Action Hate, Character Hate, some more Speed Hate with Cool and Focused. Can never have enough of these. Way of the True Warrior. So if you are going against a deck that really relies on a lot of keywords, you're probably going to end up citing these in. I can see how you like the Mapples getting pitched for another stop. Another Good and Evil, and I don't know if the second Never Stumbles is really needed. So these 2, How You Like the Mapples and Never Stumbles, may be replaced with Stop. I haven't built this yet. Trent Verminick here in town is playing more of playing Chun-Li. I tend not to play the same characters that other people are doing, but eventually I'll get around to her. I do like her synergies with these cards. I believe she's good off of all 3 of her symbols. She gets crazy amount of speed. So yeah, we'll definitely see her we already saw her in Reno. She topped, so I'm expecting more of the same. So, coming up soon, we have Mark Wisniewski and Tamara Cardwell doing a couple of deck profiles for this series. I'm not sure what characters yet. They haven't told me, so that will be a surprise. The UFS Ultra link is down in the description box for this deck. Also, if you want to help us out further than just liking, commenting, and subscribing, check out our Patreon link down in the description box below. anything and everything will help. We're trying to get a new camera to record matches and a new camera stand because our tripod broke, and maybe some other things. We love creating content, so we want to do it to our best ability. Again, like, comment, subscribe. Thanks again, and we'll see you next time on this CCG, Rockford CCG deck profile series. Have a good night.